Welcome to New Sky TV Hot News Countdown, February 8th. With Jin Chang'an is coming. Guo Yuxin transforms into the Great General of the North, a versatile and divine female warrior. With Jin Chang'an, starring Guo Yuxin, will premiere on February 8th, and the pre-release hype is already at its peak. The entire internet's focus is almost entirely on the female lead, Guo Yuxin, because her image this time is a complete transformation. In the trailer, the figure in red armor, wielding a long sword, is completely unrecognizable from her past roles, replaced by an overwhelming aura of both fierceness and tenderness befitting a commander. This is no longer a story of talented men and beautiful women in the harem, but the stage for a female military commander. The mere fact that Guo Yuxin transforms into the Great General of the North, Li Shuang, has already saturated anticipation. The news of the February 8th release date is like a pebble thrown into a calm lake, with ripples spreading ever wider. The official pre-registration numbers for With Jin Chang'an quickly surpassed 1 million, with the comment section filled with countdown posters created by netizens. Phrases like "waiting for General Li Shuang" and "see you on February 8th" became frequent. Behind the surge of enthusiasm lies a desire for a novel female lead and a strong curiosity about lead actress Guo Yuxin's willingness to reinvent herself. Previously, she may have presented audiences with gentleness or vivacity, but certainly not the commanding figure in the trailer whose gaze can sweep across armies. This stark contrast forms the biggest suspense and attraction before the premiere. If the crimson robes and fiery armor Li Shuang's battle banner sweeping across the battlefield, then the brilliance honed in Guo Yuxin's eyes is the very soul of this character. The camera zooms in for a close-up. It's not the clear, bright gaze of a young girl, but a deep, sharp gaze honed by wind and sand, illuminated by the flames of war. When she gazes at the map, strategizing for battle, her eyes are as still as a deep pool, a cold light hidden within. When she stands before the enemy lines, sword in hand, her gaze suddenly erupts, like a drawn blade, possessing a tangible penetrating power. These eyes can kill, and they can speak. A single glance conveys decisive action and unwavering military orders. A lowered lash may conceal unseen weariness and desolation. Guo Yuxin precisely controls the nuances of this eye acting, allowing the commander's majesty and the warmth of a mortal to intertwine intensely within a small space, instantly captivating the audience. Her martial prowess is the thunderous power to break through enemy lines, while her literary wisdom is the calm, deep stillness of strategic planning. In the trailer, a fleeting glimpse of a meeting in a tent reveals Li Shuang tracing the fortresses and passes on a sheepskin map, her words steady yet undeniably authoritative. The enemy is feigning an attack here. The real supply route must be this hidden line. There are no exaggerated expressions or movements, only a chillingly powerful calm. Guo Yuxin imbues the character with a deep-seated wisdom and authority, a composed confidence. She can converse freely at banquets, effortlessly quoting poetry and classical allusions, yet, on the ever-changing battlefield, she can make the most ruthless yet correct choices based on intuition and knowledge. This seamless integration of literary and martial qualities breaks the stereotype that military generals must be reckless, creating a female commander of unparalleled courage and wisdom. Even more captivating lies in the occasional glimpse of humanity beneath layers of armor. Perhaps it's the fleeting moment of reverie when alone at night, gently touching old objects, or the long, silent gaze at the belongings of fallen soldiers, or the deep weariness that crosses her brow after a brief moment of letting her guard down in front of someone she trusts. Guo Yuxin didn't channel these emotions into fragile tears, but rather transformed them into a deeper, more compelling core strength. It is these cracks that bring the general from the altar back to earth, giving that resilience and responsibility a weight that pierces the heart. What the audience loves is never a flawless war god, but a living hero who feels pain, weariness, yet still chooses to bear everything and move forward. Guo Yuxin has completed her ultimate sacrifice and reshaping of Li Shuang. She has not delivered an actress playing a general, but an existence that the audience can truly believe has risen back from the dust of history, named Li Shuang. On February 8th, the flames of war were ignited, the drums of battle were about to sound, and the audience held their breath, anticipating not only the opening of a drama series, but also a breathtaking coronation ceremony of mutual achievement between the actors and their characters. The desert breakout battle was so powerful because Guo Yuxin abandoned all exaggerated acting styles. Her movements were devoid of any superfluous performance. Every sword swing carried the weight of her bones. Every dodge was accompanied by a genuine loss of balance and rapid adjustment. The camera didn't capture a perfect face, but rather her hair matted with sweat and sand, her chapped lips, and her pupils, locked on like cold stars even amidst heavy breathing. This debeatification transformed the action scenes beyond visual spectacle into a raw, untamed burning of the character's life force. The audience believed that this wasn't an actor playing a general, but a general fighting to the death. The suffocating feeling overflowing from the screen stemmed from this very act. If the reasoned arguments in the imperial court showcase Li Shuang's armor forged with wisdom, then the unfinished touches and hesitant silences in private moments were the glimmer of her soul seeping through the cracks in that armor. Guo Yuxin's handling of the role is as exquisite as microsculpture. The hesitation at her fingertips is a fierce tug-of-war between reason and emotion. The concern and struggle intertwined in her eyes fully express the complex symbiosis between her and Jin Chang'an, a symbiosis that defies description and is firmly bound by fate and a blood pact. She allows emotions to teeter on the edge of explosion and repression, creating the most lethal dramatic tension. What the audience sees is not straightforward admiration, but two souls burdened with heavy destinies, recognizing each other and silently watching over one another in the darkness. The highest level of performance lies in making literary and martial no longer separate, but rather mutually eroding and interpreting each other. The solitary scene after a fierce battle is perhaps the highlight of Guo Yuxin's acting. The barely perceptible tremor as she removes her armor reveals her body has reached its limit, yet, her immediately straightened back and the cold focus as she tends to her wounds instantly restore the commander's authority. It is in this rapid shift between vulnerability and resilience that a complete person stands tall. Her bravery is made all the more precious by the contrast with her vulnerability. Her tenderness is made all the more heart-wrenching by the weight of 1,000 armies she bears. Guo Yuxin uses her own body as a conduit, allowing Li Shuang's sword and candle. Her sword is the sharp edge that cuts through the chaos of the world, and also the solitary courage to protect her vulnerability. Her candle is the light that illuminates the maze, and also the gentle sacrifice that consumes herself. This ultimate balance allows the character to move from legend to the human heart. On February 8th, we look forward not only to a visual and auditory feast, but also to a profound empathy and pilgrimage to the question of how the soul becomes a hero. The blood pact is the core setting driving the plot of With Jin Chang'an. This thread forcibly binds the fates of the male and female protagonists, transcending ordinary emotional entanglements and adding a fantastical element and a strong sense of destiny. It is both an invisible rope and a powerful connection. The plot revolves around this special bond, showcasing both the ultimate trust of fighting side by side and the conflicts and tugs of tension arising from the contract. This high-concept setting fills the relationships between the characters with tension and uncertainty, tightly intertwining power struggles with personal destinies. The line in the trailer, "Our lives are linked, we share both fortune and misfortune," already foreshadows the high energy and intricate plot. All the signals released by With Jin Chang'an point to a clear ambition. It is not content to be just another ordinary historical romance drama. It attempts to redefine the image of a heroic historical drama heroine in the audience's mind through solid character development, innovative plot settings, and meticulous details. The character Li Shuang derives her authority from her military achievements and abilities, her predicaments from the court and the battlefield, and her emotions from fighting side by side and entrusting each other with life and death. There are no cheat codes here, only the real struggle of a general between responsibility, emotion, and destiny. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.